eLideres podcasts. Learn about the latest news, trends, and challenges of digital commerce with the ecosystem's experts. Welcome to eLideres podcasts.
Hello, welcome to eLideres podcast. We are here receiving Elizabeth Costabir. Elizabeth, it's a pleasure to have you with us.
Thank you.
Elizabeth is from BuyRentKenya and is going to share with us her thoughts and thinkings and the future vision about e-commerce in Kenya and in Africa. Elizabeth, it's a pleasure to have you here with us.
Thank you for having me, and I'm so excited to be part of e-commerce day, and the first in Africa, the first in Kenya, my country, and congratulations to all the organizers and especially to the e-commerce institute for bringing it to us.
It's a pleasure. We hope to be here for a long time also and to build a good relationship with the country. So, Elizabeth, I would love to listen about your vision about where are we today in terms of the e-commerce and the digital commerce in Kenya and in Africa? What are the main scenarios that you are seeing and how those things are playing?
Right. So I'll take it to the context first in Kenya. Mm-hmm. So we have digital penetration, which is pretty high, over 42%. And we're seeing a mobile phone growth quarter on quarter of almost 119%, which means that 1 in every 3 Kenyans has at least 2 to 3 SIM cards. So you can see that mobile phone growth really exploding, and the likes of Safaricom taking Africa by storm by first entry into Ethiopia with all their mobile money applications. When I look at Kenya and I look at the digital landscape, because of that, which is expanding quite well in Africa, and taking to context, for example, property infrastructure is growing. And so I also see there is a need for data centers to be built, especially in Kenya and within Africa as well. There is the need for affordable housing. Home ownership is quite low in some parts of Africa. In Kenya, it is at 21%. So what are people doing to look for homes? They're coming on to BuyRentKenya, and therefore we're looking for partners who are building such kinds of properties to provide for this type of audiences. So yes, I do see the scalability. It's coming slowly, not as fast in certain places in Africa due to infrastructure, policies, government changes. They're all those kinds of aspects to take into account, stability as well, economic stability.
I saw you talking about policies, and how are you seeing the landscape of the framework of the legal and regulatory in the region?
Definitely in Kenya, it's taken off quite well. We have the Office of the Data Controller Protection, which we are part and parcel of. We, as a marketplace, collect information from clients, typically your name, your email, your phone number. We are collecting customer information, so it is really pertinent that we protect this with the security, because you don't want data going anywhere else. So we're doing everything possible, working with the data controller officer. We ourselves have a DPO, a data protection officer in-house, to help with the policy and guidelines, which we not only create internally for our own businesses. Apart from that, we're also having business intelligence. We're using different kinds of apps, AI, all kinds of things to do with our own technology, which needs to be protected.
Great.
So yes.
So, and what will be your recommendation for the new entrepreneurs and the SMEs in the country? What will be your recommendation for them if they want to come into the space? And what will be the challenge and the outcomes that you...
I see 3 things that entrepreneurs need to think about. It's almost like a mix. One is to be agile and adaptable, right? You've got to be open to change. change, like learn what the current trends are in the market for whatever industry you want to pursue in, whether it's a marketplace type of business or e-commerce business, for example. I think you have to be aware of policies, government policies, regulations, make sure that you're equipped for that. I think skills, knowledge and skills training, technical skills, data now, huge, the power of BI, all of those key indicators that can help promote your business. I also think you have to prioritize customer centricity, right? And the customer is the heart of everyone's business, as much as people say sales are. But if you're not building products for your customer, then you have to find what are those gaps and how do you succeed further. So for me, it's all about customer prioritization, personalizing things, using AI to kind of like understand what people are looking for, what are the interests. You've got your Google Analytics, I think one has to come up with a set of key performance indicators, or what we call KPIs and metrics to measure your business. And then I think it's all about innovation, not to be afraid of trying, be open, try different things, test, a lot of testing, use technology. Like, we talked about AI and ChatGPT and different kinds of apps and what you can do to foster your business, especially when you're starting out. You don't have a lot of money for investment, but you should keep a little bit of your money to invest in technology.
So, talking about trends in the future and recommendations, what do you see as the biggest trends, the most important, that you should be taking care and be aware to see the future?
I think digitalization is definitely changing the landscapes for all businesses. And I think post-COVID just accelerated that. The pandemic just accelerated. It's the adoption of taking your business offline and bringing it online. So typically a business like BuyRentKenya, it's a classifieds business. When you used to advertise your property years and years ago, you'd go to the newspaper or magazines and stuff. Now you're bringing it to the classifieds, you're bringing it to places like the marketplaces that we have across different African countries, BuyRentKenya right here in Kenya. So for me, it's all about the digital landscape, how it's changing, how it's evolving, not just in Africa, but around the world. And how can we use different types of apps and services to actually make your business run smarter, more efficiently and smoothly. Yeah.
We are here at the e-commerce day in Kenya, Africa. How do you see the importance of doing these kind of events and sharing information?
First of all, I'm super excited. I think we need to do this. There's a need for sensitization. First of all, there's a need of knowledge sharing from experts who are already in the business. Some of us have been in the business 10 years. BuyRentKenya, it's taken a long time to actually get on top to where we are today. And I think listening to different speakers, sharing the different presentations, networking, is very, very key, especially for young entrepreneurs. This is where they can learn from the best of the best practices, and really share what we all have to give. And promote, I think most importantly, is to promote where the scalability is going to come from tomorrow. And I see that in e-commerce.
Fantastic. Elizabeth, it was a pleasure.
Thank
you.
you
For having me.
Thank you for having me.
And we'll keep on going with more eLideres podcasts.
Boost your business with eLideres podcasts. Follow us on our social media networks.